think we are live.
He says we're live. We live?
Well, my light's blue. That means I'm live.
Your light is blue. That means you
My
are.
light is blue. So I'm
You're
live.
live. So,
And you're vertical still.
Brian Ferguson, I just posted that, and like within seconds, boom, got the cookie.
Like a dirty dog chasing tricks.
You got her. And then after that was good old buddy Mark, M&M Rails.
Oh, that guy?
Yep, that guy.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that guy.
Then we had Wigwag Workshop.
Usually he gets the crumbs, or he's on top of it like a dirty shirt.
Yeah.
And
Then who else do we have?
yeah, the bucket is back. I have a new bucket hat too.
PK and W. Where'd you get that one?
Came in the mail.
Got that from Bob.
Delivery.
Nice. Nice. Special delivery. Then we have Ronald Rondu. How you doing,
And
Ronald?
we have John from the Skilco River Valley. And it is his birthday today. He's 208, I think, today.
Oh, his birthday again. Hey, happy birthday.
He's finished doing tax returns. So he's back to the world of trains.
Back to the world's trains. I got to do my tax yet. Working on.
Couple
more files to download, and boom, Bob Drunkle.
Taxes are done. The accountant took a holiday, and we're finished. Hey, Mr. Tim, welcome.
Then you got Lee from
half an hour. Okay, Tim. And
Alan Field,
awesome Brad.
Then you had BN Ironwood. How's it going?
And I did see Ronald Rondu in here.
Then I seen this hoser.
Yeah, some guy. What are you gonna do?
And then who'd you have?
We have Floyd Robbins in the chat. I see him right here.
Ray, how's it going? And Floyd Robbins. And Schoolkill River John. Happy birthday, like James said.
So is Ray in here, podcaster Ray?
No, that was Ray Bernstein.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm a member now of the podcast group.
Nice. You get your sticker in the mail?
Not yet. I'm checking mail today.
Yeah, you should get one.
I know I joined last week, though. It took a while to get into the computer to figure it out.
Yeah, then you get the sticker that says you're operating crew member or engineer.
Oh, okay. I haven't got that yet. And
Whichever level. Huh?
Mr. Lee is in the chat. Welcome from the UK. I did see Mr. Andy.
Andy, hot dog pilot, Duda dog.
He was wearing a bucket hat on Sunday.
Nice. Really getting them bucket hats going, eh?
Well, believe it or not, I watched the Pope's funeral Saturday morning, and there was bucket hats in the crowd.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bucket hats. Boom.
There, Mr. Ray. What's up, home? Mr. Ray, I'm officially a crew member of the Round the Layout podcast.
Nice. See, I told you to sign up for that.
So look out.
Timmy, 368 CP Productions. Timmy, how's it going? And we almost got Awesome Possum Brad.
Yeah, I got him.
You got him? Okay.
Yeah, I got him.
I'm almost caught up then. John Garvin.
Yeah.
And Ray from Around the Layout. All right, all right.
Yes, we are, Mr. Ray. We're both crew members. So when are you going to give us controls? We want
you want to be ready?
We want to run the engineer. We want to run the trains.
Wow. John Garvin, how's it going?
And so yeah. So I've been pretty busy around here. I took a drive to Port Colborne on Saturday. It's an hour and a half one way. And there's a traffic circle in Welland, and the CP main line runs parallel to Highway 20 in that section.
Yep.
It's the closer it gets to the main. I went around the circle, and the KCS was leading 2 locomotives.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I couldn't get close because I was just too far away across the fields. It was pretty cool. And then down near Highway 58, there's another yard down there and it was full of tankers.
Very cool.
Yeah. Where did Mark go? Maybe he had to go feed the dogs.
Yeah, Saturday was kind of rainy, windy, and wet. So I worked on the layup.
It
And
wasn't
then yes,
raining and wet where I was, I tell you. It's a bit.
well, this end of southwestern Ontario,
Yeah.
she was nasty out. And then tonight we're supposed to get high winds.
So I did buy some trains while I was down there.
Nice.
Like as a guy is, I guess he's selling his house and he's clearing out his entire collection.
Yeah.
So I picked up 5 Atlas THB passenger cars, 5 of them for $100 for 5 cars.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No, then he gave me
Eddie.
2 Athearn tankers for $20 for the pair of those.
Go lay down.
So I couldn't complain. So I was happy. Hey,
Wesley,
welcome, sir.
how are you?
Well,
Go lay down.
It was a good drive, and I stopped and had lunch in Port Colborne.
Nice.
Well, I used to do a lot of service work in Port Colborne. I haven't been down that way in
Say, good.
40 years, I think. Long time.
Go lay down.
But so I've been working on some plans, ideas to change my track work so I can run the turbo.
Nice. Yeah, so then
I'm going to show later.
Sunday, we cleaned up the garage and all the small pieces of wood that I've been cutting and all that good stuff.
Did you save all the wood?
Oh, yeah, I don't throw out any wood, even the small pieces, unless they're like...
Because the idea of saving wood made a Facebook post for trains. Always save wood.
Yeah, I don't throw it out. I can show you what I've been working on. Let me switch the camera.
Okay, you switch.
Sadie, go lay down, please. We're going to trip over wires and boom, we're going to be off the track.
Rails already?
Yeah, so mind the mess because, like I said, I haven't been down here.
Mess? We don't see mess. Everybody, turn your eyes off the stuff.
There's a mess.
Just focus on trains and Mike.
Okay, so all the faces up.
Yeah, that's cool.
Faces up in the corner. And faces up over here. There's the mess. But yeah. So that wood that we used that you got me hooked on.
Yeah.
If you did that with if you did this here with the core board, like your Bristol board or Bristol, what do you call that? Hose? The backdrop stuff. Thanks, John.
John Trey, I did not get the email. I'll check again. It might have. I'll check on my tablet later, John, because I didn't see it.
See how you can bend that stuff and it doesn't snap.
That's right.
Right? If you cut against the grain. Against the grain? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not too bad a mess, Floyd.
Against the grain, it will bend. But if you cut with the grain, it's pretty stiff.
Yeah.
Hey, Marksville.
It's called crosscut.
Yeah.
The terminology is crosscut.
And Roger Coleman, how you doing?
Hey, Mr. Roger, welcome. Yeah. That's how my last layout, being a woodworker, when you wanted to build up layers in a curve, I used the that plywood to build up to a 1/2-inch plywood, but bending it.
Yeah. And that's all one piece in the corner. See how much you can bend it?
Yeah.
And it doesn't snap.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
hey there, Mr. Sean.
And then, so a couple of tools, where do I go? Use this stuff.
What is that, Mike?
That is wood pearl.
Oh, wood filler?
Yeah, wood filler.
Okay.
So you can do all the joints.
Now,
When I
one
did
thing,
that,
if
it
you're
got it
gonna
all hidden.
laminate thicker for strength, get yourself lots of 2-inch clamps. I
Yeah, I
got a
got
box.
one.
I got a box full.
Oops. Me hitting the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, that's good. Look at that tight corner you did there, Mike.
that's a tight corner. It's not.
Yeah, I know.
It's solid.
You couldn't bend that with the stuff we use for background.
No, that stuff there at the back, the brown stuff,
Yeah, masonite,
masonite.
cardboard.
Yeah, that stuff snaps.
Oh yeah. I think Larry, the DCC guy, he did a video on it. And if you wet it, it might bend a bit tighter.
Oh, yeah, I've tried
but
that.
It's tough. When I did the alcove, I cut it.
Yeah, you're not gonna get bends like that with
No.
masonite. It's gonna snap on it.
No, you're not.
That's why this stuff is great.
Well, that's good, John. I got something for you. I should give you the pedal for me because I don't want them.
And then pitting. Oops.
If you send me an email, I'll send you pictures of them because I decided I'm going to part with them. I don't need them.
So I switched cameras,
Yeah.
and like I said, this stuff I use. So I got a joint there, got to fill in, and that, look how tight. That's a tight curve. That's
You know
all-
what else? You know what I use for joint fillers too, besides wood filler? I actually use the Flex 90
Yeah,
joint compound.
that stuff works too.
It's very hard, but it's in a powder form, so you can mix it up as you need it.
Yeah.
I have a little tiny tray that came with some sort of cheese. It's like a mixing trough for concrete, only smaller. And I just mix up a half a cup of that, and a bit of water, and away I go. Good stuff. No, that's good, Mike.
Thank you. So it's slowly coming. Got the measurements off. I got lots to do here. It never ends. And yeah, I'll just fill that in.
Yeah.
Make it nice.
When it comes to glue, I like the Gorilla Glue construction adhesive. It's water-based glue, and that's what I use to glue my retaining wall on. That works good. Hey, good evening, Mr. GRE 2057. Welcome.
GRE 2057. How are you doing tonight?
But I use the that Gorilla construction adhesive. I really like that stuff. It works, and it paints over top of it easy. That's why I use it for the retaining wall.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and share a playlist that I created. I discovered this guy who's a Canadian. He published this video series about 11 years ago, and about painting your backdrop.
Nice.
So I'm going to share that. I did respond to my email, and it's very detailed. It's actually 5 videos on how to paint trees on your background, and I'm going to try that method on my layout. So I'm going to share that series. Have a look at it later on. Save it and look at it, and go from see how you like it. But I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, this stuff here I'm putting on now.
Right?
Put the for the backdrop for the joiner.
Yeah.
This stuff works good because once it dries, you can sand it.
That's right. Now, if you use wood filler, if you have a rag with you, wet rag, you can smooth it off and you don't have to sand it at all. Take off the excess with a damp rag.
Try not to get it on my existing backdrop, but it comes off easy enough.
Now, how'd you fasten your back panel on? Screws or nails?
Nope, screws.
Screws. I use a nailer too.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah, because sometimes sometimes that masonite will flex in, like you got a section there with no big wide support.
Yeah.
So I would use of course, my walls all plywood, so I didn't have to do any kind of strapping like you're doing. But I used the pin nails to take out where it beckled. Yeah, isn't that cool, Mr. PK and W, Bob?
Bob, how's it going?
I haven't found oh, we got a duck on the screen. Sorry, Bob, but we had to put the duck in here.
Yeah, it's because this is the free version, and I'm not paying for StreamYard.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think Bob pays for the free version too, but he figured a way to get rid of the duck.
Well, I think that's through OBS.
Probably.
I haven't figured that one out. I did download it,
I haven't thought of it for OBS yet.
but yeah.
So, but I haven't considered OBS yet.
Well, StreamYard was when we first started doing this. The paid version wasn't that much money.
Yeah.
Then they got, like everything else, they got crazy with their prices.
Is OBS free, or you gotta pay for that too?
OBS is free.
So how do you make the money if it's free?
Well, there's probably like anything else. There is probably a paid version.
Oh, okay.
So I can go back and sand that after once it dries.
Yeah.
But that's solid. And then I can paint that, put my backdrop up.
That's good. Are you gonna paint it the way I'm doing, or are you gonna use pre-printed background?
Well, some places are kind of expensive for the printed backgrounds.
Right.
But I'm gonna take some that I like.
Yeah.
And go to Staples and get them to print them.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something while you're doing that. Hang on one second.
Right. Hopefully I haven't missed that.
You were talking about backdrops. I want to show you something.
But yeah, just slowly coming. That time of the year, everybody's busy. Hey, Chris, Ball Train Aficionado, how you doing?
Okay, see, we're talking about backdrops. That's the video series I have. I'm gonna share later. I'm gonna turn camera. Well, you stand down here. So
Not too bad.
in front of me, I have 2 tubes of paint. This is Liquitex basic acrylic paint. One is primary yellow. Other one is Mars black. Those 2 colors is all you need to paint your background trees. That's it. You don't need no other colors. Don't buy any colors at all. If you watch this video series from a YouTuber, watch this. This is the 2 colors: Mars black, primary yellow. These 2 together will make any kind of shade of green.
Yeah.
That's it. So it costs you. There's anything about, if you buy them on sale, they're probably $8 a tube. Liquitex, good brand paint. That's all you need to paint your trees and your background. You watch this series of videos, you'll see what he does.
I thought that was a neat video.
What's that?
I thought it was a neat video. Post it in the link so people could see it.
I'm gonna. Let me get into, go into my phone, and I'll get the. I'm gonna share the my playlist.
Mom's home, eh, Sadie? Hey, can you go that way? Can you go that way? Hop over the wires. Okay, good girl. Black and yellow makes green. Yeah, 100% there, Bob. So yeah, I might try that. Like I got sky blue, Kansas sky blue. I'll paint this blue.
So that's my link playlist. Now this is not my video. It's
Hold
my
on.
playlist I saved. Andy, watch the video. He's the Mars Black has blue in it, and that's part of the issue with that because Mars Black is not a pure black. So there's blue in the black. That's it. And he paints I'm not sure how to share a video, a YouTube channel into here, but I put the link to my playlist.
So go to this channel, click on the 3 dots, and
Yeah, I'm on my phone though for that, so I can't.
you can still do it on your phone. Go to the 3 dots, click on the 3 dots. It's going to ask you to share.
Let me see. Where are the 3 dots?
Click on the video.
Oh, I gotta go back to my link. Okay, hang on a minute.
Black and yellow, green, olive. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll probably do that maybe over there or finish the rest of that print in the corner and use it that way.
See, I can copy the link, but I don't see share on my phone. What's this here? 3 dots.
Well, if you click on the 3 dots.
Yeah, I found that. Share. Okay, share play.
Share. Yeah, sure. It'll say copy.
It's going into a lot more functions that I'm not sure I want to get into today.
Okay, click on the 3 dots.
Cancel.
Just share his channel.
Well, I did. I put I'll do that. Let me share his channel. It's
Click
easier.
click on the
Well,
3
I
dots.
shared the playlist. Hang on. I did share the playlist.
Did you click on the 3 dots?
Yeah, I don't. It's just giving me a hard time, Mike.
And then say
But
copy.
I did. Hang on. I did post the link to the playlist, though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right here.
Chris May, how you doing?
This is a link to my playlist, and that's the channel. There's 5 videos in a series. These are going back 11 years ago.
Yeah,
We
he
did
does a good
all-
job with backdrops. Cheap and
But
efficient way
I'll
to run.
copy the channel. Let me get into that. My phone is being very jumpy today for some reason.
I'm trying to see back to your poster.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay. HTTP.
So here's part 1.
Part 4. So if I go there, share, copy, then I go back to our chat and I go, check this out.
Yeah, no, just my
This,
phone is being stupid right today.
paste, boom. There you go. Yeah. No, he does a good job doing trees. A nice, easy, efficient way of doing it. Get a
Yeah.
wide
Hey there, thanks, Sparky. Yeah, my phone all of a sudden wants to be bouncing around things.
Sparky 107, 107.
Yes, sir. My buddy Sparky to the rescue. But yeah, watch his. He's actually from he's a Canadian. He's in Canada somewhere. And he just shows using these 2 colors, Mars Black and Primary Yellow. That's all he uses to paint his trees.
Oops.
No, it was there.
Yeah. So nice.
I
easy way
bought
to
a
do it.
bunch of colors for the same for doing my backdrop. And the biggest brush he was saying doing is what it's called a mop brush.
Yeah, that's the wide one.
Yeah, thanks, Sparky. You're the best, man. I tell you, I know I do without you.
Speaking of Sparky, don't forget
Likewise,
August
Sparky.
22nd, 23rd, 24th.
But yeah, it's called a mop brush. Look on Amazon or anywhere like that to find. Okay, so you know this guy, Brad. Okay, that's good. Yeah, nice guy. He responded back to my question. I'm questioning a video that's 11 years old, and I think it's 5 videos on how to paint your backdrop, trees. And depending on how far your paint goes, you could paint your entire backdrop for probably $30 plus the price of brushes.
This is the brush you're talking about.
Call them, no, but that's not a mop brush though. That's a fan brush.
Wasn't that what he was using when he went? And I went.
Not for the trees. If you had to watch the video, use a number 12 mop brush. Hey, Mr. Dwight Curley, welcome.
Curly, to the Can Express. How's it going?
So, and Brad, so that you know too, that little switcher you gave me, it's out getting a DCC chip installed.
Nice. Okay, back to work. Here you go.
So yeah. So that was my adventure. I've been working on. I'm building kits. That's my plan for the summer. Is on rainy days, build kits.
Okay.
So I've been working on Sparky's kit, and I got that right here. Well, don't you like my armor, Dwight? Can I move the camera so you can see the paint? See, Dwight? See here, paint? See? I had it down so you can see this.
It's hairy.
It's hairy. It's a hairy, that's right.
So you get your pancake mix.
Pancake mix.
Yep. Get your significant others or wife's bowl, one of her favorite bowls.
Well, my wife would kill me if I took one of her bowls. So we're not using here. I save all the recycle stuff from the bin for my mixing crap.
Lava. And mix away. A little bit of water. Don't want it too thick, but don't want it too liquidy.
Don't show the. Don't tell your CEO that watch the replay.
Oh, don't worry, I've blown up a couple of her bowls with the firecrackers. So.
Why don't you save your bowls from the recycle bin?
What bowls?
Or containers? Don't you get anything in there? That's where I get all mine.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mr. Chris May, that's what she said. It's right.
Yeah. Why is the only
going to come an M instead of a Mike?
I just tease her. I try not to use the good ones, but.
So what is in that? Is that your breakfast or a lunch? Or is that plaster?
This is plaster.
And where are you putting that stuff?
I got to fill in this corner, a couple other spots, so I can do some work here.
Yes, sir, Mr. Sean. We'll definitely do that.
What'd I miss?
Well, Sean's looking forward to the meet and greet in August. One thing I wanted to ask Sparky is SMT going to come down the highway to come to it too? Have you approached him about that?
Harrison?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I did ask him a few times in his
Sparky.
when he was live. I asked Harrison if he was coming down for that.
Yeah, Ray, I don't believe in river counters. I would, if a river counter came to my layout, they would cry because I mix everything. Dwight, it is not raining in our area.
That's tomorrow. Rain tomorrow, and I want to say they're calling for tornado warnings. I did see that today.
Well, I will ask him if he reads. I know often he'll read my chat in a video, but I'll definitely ask him in one of his videos.
Yeah, the last time he was live, I don't know, last week I asked him.
Yeah, sorry about your luck. But because we were talking, Todd was talking to me about the turbo, because I was working on the idea of doing a staging track behind the furnace.
Right.
But I don't have a lot of length, and so it had to be a curve. And the experts are telling me if you park the turbo on a curve and you leave it too long, the couplers will generate memory, and it won't work as well. So I'm looking at the idea of resurrecting my staging track that I was going to do in the beginning.
Right.
I never got rid of the woodwork. It's still there. I just altered the track that was going to lead into that area. So I got the camera set down there, so I'm going to show you later. But the idea is I designed some track as a spur line into what I call the shipping area of my layout. So
Nice.
I'm going to cut that track off and make it a dead end track, and reroute the track into the workshop to the turbo. I got 12 feet of straight track in there. Hey, Deep Run Mike, welcome.
Mike, how are you?
So it gave me a decent spot to park the train, and if I can run a parallel track, I could park another train back there. So I'm back to the idea of resurrecting that staging track, but not as complicated with turnouts.
Okay.
I need to have the turnout close so I can reach it by hand, a manual throw. I'm not sure about doing electrically yet because of where it is. But I'm going to look into an idea. It's not dead in the water. It'll need some research. Yeah, I will show you. I got the camera set up down there and I can give an idea of it. Because the lead in that I built 2 years ago.
Go over here, go home.
Yeah, Mr. Chris, welcome, sir.
I
guess he didn't go home.
The meet and greet. We looked it up on the dining car experience.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to call him because it's saying something about limited spots or
what for the meet and greet?
Yeah, it was booked up.
No, I'm not going to have that because it's going to be only one track. It's not going to go the other side. Before I had two tracks going to two sides of the layout. This is strictly one track.
So yeah, before you know it, that'd be honest pretty quick.
Yeah, well, Sparky's working on the details of that, so I haven't heard. He had a video. He posted a video of the tour.
Yeah, him and Sean.
See, you gotta go through Sparky for the dining car anyhow.
Oh, you don't go to direct? I thought you had to book it there.
No, it's being all handled by Sparky.
Well, that's why I couldn't find any spots.
That's right, because he's got it all locked up. Yeah, so he's doing that this weekend. But he went on site the other day with Sean to check it out.
Yeah.
So he's got everything locked in. So you got to go to the man. Sean wants to bring an extra. I'm not sure if he allows squeezes with him.
What's that?
Sean wants to bring a squeeze with him.
Oh, nice.
So keep an eye out for video, Sparky's video this weekend on the update on the meet and greet in August.
I have not posted a video on the dining car yet.
What's this? Oh, you're one of the crew? Yeah. Hey, Mr. Scott Rails.
Dave, how you doing? I like using my hands doing the plaster because then I can make my own conquerors and fill in a little bit better. And then I go back over it with my carving tool. Carve the rock faces.
Yeah.
I'm just getting the bare spots that with the cloth, right?
Yeah.
Plaster cloth.
Yep.
So I find the best technique is using your hand. I know it makes a mess, but
I made you bigger if we see you.
that's why I'm wearing the gloves.
Yeah.
Easier to do. Right?
Yeah. That was good. I'm gonna do something that'd be cool, Sparky. I got interest because I thought of staying in a hotel for one night and save me traveling back and forth, depending where we. I'm looking at the idea, anyhow.
Yeah. So I know. Oops, that's driving fast. Yeah, that's the dining car thing is the Sunday.
Yeah. Dave got another Conrail. It was a switcher.
Nice.
I'm surprised, Dave, you only had one yellow bag of stuff in that train show. I was expecting you to have 2 bags full.
That was the Woodstock train show on the weekend?
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't bother going to that because I don't really need nothing.
You went in and out in 10 minutes. You didn't spend any money, Sparky, I tell you. Dave got it all for you. He went and did the buying, not me, I tell you. I didn't get home to 2 o'clock on Sunday anyhow. So yeah, should everybody know my wife does communion for the shut-ins, so I drive her around. So all these people who cannot or shut in, they cannot get out to go to church, and so we take care of them.
Just kind of the spots where you got.
Yeah, he had a good haul there, Ray. I didn't think you bought anything. Hey there, Mr. Todd.
Todd Armstrong, how you doing?
You didn't buy anything. So this guy, this hot dog pilot, Andy dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Bucket Hat Junior from now on.
Nice.
He got a bucket hat.
I don't know how many bucket hats grandson has.
I got about 13 of them. I got a stack of them on my stand there.
I think he's got like.
Just need the cream and sugar there, Andy. Oh yeah, I got 5 over there. I got wearing one. I got 1 behind me, and I got another 6 more in the bin.
Nice.
Lots of bucket hats.
So yeah, you can't see me because I'm on the other side of the camera now. Just filling in the corner a little bit.
That's right, Andy. Bucket Jr.
Then I could sand it after.
Dwight, no, he's still waiting for the pieces to be cut. Mikey's getting his helix done on a CNC machine.
Yeah.
So he's doing a precision measurement to try to do the template first. But they all be done on a CNC. I thought of doing that for my layout, but I felt that it was too much work to add a second layout to my space. So I backed away. But that's Mike's doing the same thing.
Sparky,
very precise helix.
I think Sparky's is done by CNC as well.
I thought he cut it with a jigsaw.
I don't know. I thought he got a laser cutter for CNC. I could be wrong, but it's pretty straight and it's all the same.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if you watch the video of Jason Wood in Australia, he cut his with a jigsaw, but he made a template after he cut the first one, and he used a router to get them all sized to the correct size.
Yeah.
And Jason sent, my talking about the felt for the roadbed, Jason sent Sparky a sample of the roadbed that he put on top of his helix.
Yeah.
And he glued it to the surface. And he has 2 helixes. But he closed his in and he put windows around the helix. Yeah, that's what I thought. So Sparky used the same method as Jason Wood does. You make your template. Then you use the router with a pilot bearing.
That's what I did with the first one.
Yeah.
But the first one's way too small. Or else I would have used it. It's only a 5 foot.
Yeah. I have a big router if you want to borrow it.
I got routers.
I got a big one. I have a 3-handled 3 horsepower.
And I got to do back here.
That's right. And use a. That's right. That's how I would have done it if I was going to do it. If I didn't have a CNC thing, I would use a pattern and a router with a pilot bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would, Sparky. Well, if you put John in the direction of the sawdust, he would have got the most of it.
What's that?
If he did the routering, if you put Sean in the right direction, he would get the sawdust on it.
Oh, yeah.
But if you want to borrow my big router, you're welcome to borrow it. I don't use it.
You don't use it?
No. I haven't used it since the other house. If you want it, depending what kind of money you're talking for Andrew to make it for you. I know when I looked at Talbot, it was $125 an hour to do it. It would have taken about 5 hours to do all the work. So
yeah, he hasn't got back to me yet, but I told him I wasn't in a big hurry because before the end of the year for sure.
Yeah, but it would take you more time if you built the template first. Once you got that done exactly, that is the harder part, and then the router does the rest of the work. But you gotta make your first template by hand and file it and fit it and everything else, and then duplicate it.
Yeah, because we got the helixes at the club that are the ones like Octagon.
Right.
Right. Well, actually,
you guys do a helix just using straight wood and just cut your angle, like you said, an octagon shape.
Yeah. And they overlap right at the ends.
That's right.
Get this one a little bit more liquidy.
Todd, are you trying to get Mikey really in trouble?
What's that?
Or your wife's mixer?
Hey, I asked her last weekend, where's the old mixer? And she's like, oh, I goodwilled that. And I'm like, oh, that would have been nice to have because I could have used it. I mean, use the new one. Well, that was a hard no.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, I said I'd clean it. Trust me, I'll clean it. I won't give it back to you. I'll mess it.
Go back to the Goodwill and buy it back for $20.
I guess she did that a few months ago. It'd be gone.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Be a new brand going in there.
Yeah.
The best thing is a router table and put a pilot bit on the router table.
Right.
And then you can guide it through it. Ray, yes, they are. But once you get the template, you're done.
What's that? Like once you
it takes time to make a template. Agreed. But once you got it done, you're made forever. Ever. I had not because I'm a woodworker, but a router table will be a better tool. Or put your router into a table, make one temporary for that, and then you use the surface area to guide the wood through the router.
Right.
So you cut your template with a jigsaw, just about a 16th outside the line. And then you use a pilot bit on your router, and away you go.
And away you go.
Run it through, because the bearing rides, depending on where your template is, which way is up. You can have the template with the bearing on the top or bearing on the bottom of the router. Away you go. Easy speezy.
Easy smeezy.
Mount the plywood to the router, flip it upside down, put it between two sawhorses. Away you go.
Yeah, the plywood's going to be probably, I'd say 4 sheets, anyways. Maybe 5.
Yeah, that's the way Jason Wood. You should go back to his video. Go back a few years, Jason Wood.
Yep.
Watch how he did his video. That's where he covered his helix with this felt underlayment, and he glued it on. And he sent Sparky the sample.
Yeah. I've seen it with that, but she's gonna be right to the wood.
Harbor. We don't have Harbor Freight in Canada, but we do have Princess Auto.
Harbor Freight?
No, I've never seen one. Anyway. Princess Auto is a copy of Harbor Freight.
I'm pretty sure we got a Harbor Freight.
We have Princess Auto.
That too.
I've never seen a Harbor Freight. Maybe close to the border, it might.
So Sparky says we got to reach out to him for those tickets.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Whew.
Yeah.
Might put a retaining wall up there. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I did a retaining wall. Got it almost done.
I got retaining walls in the storeroom there.
Well, mine is 3D printed.
I can't remember the name manufacturer of these ones.
Right.
But that'd be easy enough to do in there.
Okay, Bob, we'll be waiting for you.
Wow, where was he waiting?
He's gone. He's working on dinner.
Okay. What do we have?
I know he didn't specify yet.
I did barbecue yesterday because it was nice out.
Yeah.
Whew. So slowly but surely, and like I say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Nope, no, I take my time. Oh, yeah, I should show you Sparky's building.
Yeah, what do you got there?
Let me change the cameras around.
I'm just plastering away.
So that's Sparky's building. Now,
Make yourself good.
I painted this with my airbrush. That is done with craft paint.
Nice.
Now, it's not cheap craft paint. It's Americana. It's made in the U.S. And I mix it 50-50.
50-50.
And I upgraded my airbrush to a 0.5 millimeter. I still need one more coat on it.
Right.
But that's done with an air. I did this today.
Nice.
It was a cinnamon stick and burnt sienna. But that's airbrush. That's Sparky's built kit I did for him. So I'm gonna play around with some other colors just to accent the brick.
Right.
And I'll paint I haven't decided on a color for the windows yet. I seem to like blacks, greens. Maybe I'll do it blue because he does like Conrail.
Conrail blue?
Yeah, Conrail blue.
Nice.
But that's the so I'm working on this kit, and I have 2 background buildings I'm working on, 3 background buildings I'm working on. So I hope to have this finished for next weekend.
Okay.
And I'll deliver it to our good buddy Sparky. But I like the color tone for the brick.
Right.
And
What color are you using for the color tone? That's
it's Ross. I think it's burnt sienna, but not in the craft paint. Burnt sienna and cinnamon stick is the other color. Because I did the first color and I changed another color. And I primer it with regular primer.
right.
Out in the garage. I didn't have any gray primer. I'll go get the color sticks, Mike.
Yeah.
Let me move my camera out of the way. I'll get them. But they're just craft paint.
Sorry if I got my back to you. I can't touch the camera because I got plaster all over my hands now.
We'll leave you alone.
But I'm just filling in where the plaster cloth, where you got little holes and stuff. So. Sent you an email that.
So the first color I used was cinnamon stick.
Right.
These are Deco Art Americana craft paint. They're made in the USA. They're not made in China. And I used, I think it was burnt sienna was the second color.
Right.
And the other 2 colors, but I'm going to work with those 2 is a raw sienna and a terracotta.
Nice.
50-50 mixture.
50-50.
But with a 0.5 millimeter needle in your airbrush. So, and it works out pretty good. But I'm going to take the other 2 colors here, and I'm going to sponge these. And the camera moved out of the way a bit.
Dry, like wet sponge.
Yeah. Same way, if you ever watch Jensen Trains do his videos on brick.
Yep.
He uses a sponge to sponge in back on. And so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do some splattering with other colors on top to really add some detail to it. It'll be a lot of
Anthony,
fun.
no.
And I actually got another airbrush too.
Nice. You never have enough airbrushes. I kind of liked how Denny cleaned out his airbrush when he did the.
How's he clean out his airbrush?
Excuse me. He used his 99% alcohol.
So that's right. Yeah, I use hot water.
Just makes it quicker, right? Instead of taking.
Well, see, I have the advantage. I have a sink next to my spray booth.
Instead of taking it all apart, right?
I didn't buy some pour hot water. I did buy some. I have some cleaner I used to, but this. I'm here familiar. Lee Valley used to be a distributor for Grex airbrushes.
Yep.
And they discontinued them. Well, they came across some extra stock, so they're clearing them out. So I bought this one here for $171. It's regular $277. So, and this is a 0.3 needle in this one here. So I'm going to leave the 0.5 in the other one. And I'll leave the 0.3 in this one. But I have an older Grex, and I'm hoping to leave, that would be at 0.35 millimeter. And I might put in this guy here a 0.2. I do have a 0.2. But right now, I'm going to leave this as 0.3. And the other one I have is a 0.5 millimeter needle. What is this newfangled thing you talk about?
What's that?
I don't know. What is new texting?
Texting.
Don't know, Ray, what that means. But yeah, so that's my new airbrush. So I have two now, the same one. It's a tritium series of airbrush. And I don't know where Mark went to, but I got something that he would love. I got these Procore tankers.
Probably that walking the dogs.
Oh, so I got two of these for $20.
Nice.
They're regular. These came from, believe it or not, Modeler's Choice. They've been gone for 5 years or more.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. I got two of these Procore. They're even weathered, Mike.
That's all right.
Yeah.
For what'd you say? $20? $100?
For two of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Ray, no problem. I don't want to get too confused. Yeah, $20 for the pair of them. They're Procore asset tank cars, 13K. So I got a pair of them.
That's all right.
Oh, I can't complain. And I got these, 5 of these suckers here.
There is some good deals you get out there.
Yeah, so this is an Atlas THB passenger car. I bought 5 of these for $100. So $20 a car.
Okay.
That's okay, Ray. Not to worry. So yeah, so that was my shop. I did get some more kits too.
Always gotta have kits.
For my town scene.
Mm.
But
Then I'll let this dry overnight.
Yeah.
And I'll come down and block sand it. Some of the spots.
Yeah. But I think Sparky's the other three are upstairs still. The other ones they're just primered yet. I haven't decided on the color yet for those. Reed switch. Going to a point-to-point track on my layout. I think of a reed switch as a micro switch.
Micro switches?
Well, a reed switch I think as being a micro switch. Now that popped up Mr. Bob's memory.
Tripping over stuff.
Return to. What do you want to do that for, Ray? Work in the dark like I do. Hey, there's Mystic Railroad. Welcome, John.
John, how are you?
Now, Todd calls it reed switch is magnetic.
Oof.
That's what Floyd says. So that's 2 for the magnetic. I've never seen one, so I wouldn't know. And Sean thinks it's a toad. A toad.
A toad. What's a toad?
Okay, Todd. Thank you, sir. Anthony Board, I'm not sure about this one yet. This is for Sparky. Oh. This is for Sparky. I'm not sure if he wants to light it yet. But I haven't decided on my buildings yet about lighting them up. It's a bit of wiring that I haven't figured it out yet. So it's an idea, but I'm still looking into the wiring and the lighting. Did you try searching reed switches?
Oof.
Reed switch. Well, according to this, Amazon has on their website.
What, reed switches?
Yeah.
Huh.
A couple of them here. $10 Canadian. Thomas, you should check out Amazon.com.
Thomas Grass.
Because they're coming up for in Amazon Canada reed switches, several varieties of them. You know, you can see that right there. Reed switches. They're $10 each for a pack of them.
Nice. It's not a bad price.
Yes, I go there all the time for my wire and stuff.
What's that, Amazon?
No, Sale Electronic. It's right next door where I used to work. That's why I know where it is.
Ah.
A motor shop I worked at. Yeah, that's a PKW hat. Yeah. They're right on Harvest Road, just before. Well, they're near Walker's Line.
Sadie, what are you doing? Getting in the stuff.
He's working on plastering corners layout.
Yeah. Plastering and
Plastering.
rock. Gotta do rock molds.
Yeah.
And I got lots to do down here.
Never ends. I got lots to do. And I have another project in the wings. Mike's getting plastered. Oh, he doesn't drink though. Todd doesn't drink on a show. On the show,
I don't drink.
I don't drink.
I drink Celsius.
I drink non-alcoholic beer and Coke and
Pepsi.
orange juice. So eventually you'll see this building on Sparky's layout.
Pepsi. What else? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I know, Sparky. It's in the fridge. Well, I'm going to come in there in a week to deliver this next building.
Nice.
Non-alcoholic water, yeah, you would.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
John, thanks for popping in.
thanks, Sean.
Check out the Sparky's video. Sean's in the forefront there. Give him a tour.
I think that's got it. I just gotta do that corner and that's it for plaster. And then the mess cleaning.
What's here? I haven't done any of that yet, Bob. Right now, it has 2 tones of craft paint. It has burnt sienna
Sadie.
and cinnamon stick. So the next step is I'm gonna sponge 2 more colors on top of that: a terracotta and a raw sienna. And then I will mix up a wash with black, and I'll wash the whole thing in black paint, let it dry, and then it's gonna get sputtered with other colors. I don't know if you ever did it before, but I take a paintbrush or a toothbrush and sputter the paint on the building. The roof's gonna be black. And I haven't decided on the color of the windows yet. I think in Conrail blue.
Nice.
I gotta see if I got any blue. And I will use Tamiya or AK or Vallejo paint for the small detail stuff.
Vallejo.
Vallejo, yeah.
Daylight coming in.
Vallejo, AK, Tamiya. And that you can get the Vallejo in 2 versions of it. One is airbrush ready. The other one you have to add thinner to it.
Okay.
So I use both. Lots of color choices. But I like this reddish orangey look of the brick.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Enough of that. Off to the next project.
yeah.
I'm gonna clean that up.
It's a question here. I've seen that concept. It's called Magna Rail. Does that? Magna Rail makes them. There's a fellow down in I think CMX Max in Australia. He's done a couple of videos on that process. EX Mad, I think his channel is called, and he did an auto manufacturing facility on his layout. But I think it's called Magna Rail.
Magna Rail?
Yeah. So
how's everybody else doing tonight? Monday.
Well,
Off the tracks Monday.
Off the tracks. So I can turn the camera around and I can show you. Here's an attachment. What's Sparky doing now? YouTube modelers meet and greet. Oh, okay. This is the official post. That's the I guess the bulletin board that he's creating. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
On your phone?
Yeah. That's from our buddy Sparky.
Let me know if this is too loud.
That's loud, Sparky. Excellent.
That's loud. Let's use the old block sander.
I'm not sure if I have the space for doing that on my layout. But let me while Mikey's doing that, I'm gonna go move the camera around when I'm gonna show you something. Turn this camera here and go here. And I'm gonna go down to this area here, and I'm gonna put that. This is what I'm planning for my turbo. So
take care, Sparky.
I never got rid of this module I built. So that's the idea. I'm going to take this track out of here, and I'm going to put a number 5 or number 6 turnout into here, and I'm going to put this track into here. Now this is not precise, this thing here. But then I thought that I could put a turnout down here and put 2 tracks. But it's not touching this track or this track. These 2 tracks are dead track. But that's for my turbo. And I have 12 feet of track down here. Originally, when we designed the layout, I was going to have a staging track down there. But I just thought it was too complicated to control switch machines way back in here without doing lots of extra wiring. Can you see that okay, guys? Can you hear me? I lost the sound. You still there? Mikey ran away. Okay, Bob. So that's what I'm planning to do for that area. But I might rebuild that lift out to a narrower piece of wood. Are you there? I'm here.
He's there.
He's there. But that's what I'm going to do in that corner. And that, but what I'll do is I will build a box along. I can't get the camera in that part of the room, but I'll build a box over that shelf to protect the turbo, and I'll use the box for a ledge. Because I like the idea that the it's just masking tape. Bob, it's just masking tape. Just doesn't fall apart because it's uneven area down there right now. But I like the idea of the ledge in the workshop that I can store my paints on it. So I'm gonna make a tunnel for the turbo. But if I double track it, and I can figure out how to make this turnout work on that bridge where you see it in the picture, then I will put a double track in. But right now, it's a single track. There's no Y. It's not connected anywhere but that one track. Well, I just use tape. I store. I put them away when I'm not using them. That's all I do. I did it quickly tonight with some. I just cut a piece of tape precisely. I have the space, but I have to be careful with controlling the switch machine, because you see from the camera, I work the layout from beyond in the space where the camera is sitting. So if I can't reach the switch machine by hand, then I need to be able to control it somehow.
That's what I got.
Where those tracks are going? What tracks, Ronald? Hey, Derek.
Derek Alexander, are you good?
The track Ronald, the track that I'm working on, that is going to be an idea to create a storage track for my turbo.
Turbo? It's turbo time.
Turbo time. But yeah.
Putting that jingles all the way.
But right now, if you look, I'll go back down there right again, and I'll show you. Move the camera the other way.
Who's Sidetrack Tuesday?
I think it's Wilmer.
Wilmer. All right.
So I pull that out of the way. This track here is a spur line, just as a line. No, nothing particular.
And what's the number switch
This track is a dead end track. It's just strictly there for looks.
What number switch?
Fire on it.
What number switch? Hello. Check. Colin James.
Can you see that okay?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I said, what number switch are you using?
Number 6.
Okay.
This is a number 5 I have in my hand. Right, this one here is number 5. That right here on the layout, you can't see it. I turned the camera on. This guy here is number 5. I'm going to put number 6 in. And I want to back it here.
You have a number 5?
I want to hook it. I want the switch to go right like that.
You have a number 5 on the main?
No, when I have my hands number 5.
Oh. I thought you already had the switch there.
No, I want to put a 6 in. But don't forget, this is not the main line. This track is strictly to get the turbo on here. So
Yeah,
it's
but
gonna
don't you
go
already
in
have a switch there?
crawl space. What's that?
Don't you already have a switch there?
Yeah, but it's a number 4 for this industry. It's a number 4 because it's just all it's designed for is a switcher and a boxcar.
Oh, snap.
The service to this building here. That guy.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
You got a crossover back there?
A diamond, yeah.
Or a diamond? Yeah, so where's it going? Nowhere?
It's a nowhere track.
Just for looks.
Just for look. I have it
Willow
feeds
Creek.
that building there,
Yep.
so the track goes in there.
How's it get in there?
It just sits there. It's just a diorama.
Oh, so that track's not even in use.
No,
It just looks like it's a tractor, but there's nobody home.
that's right. I put a track in so I can put a couple of cars into this building here, and I'll let it sit.
How do you get the cars from the track over?
With my 2 hands.
Oh, okay.
Once
We're just checking. We're just
the
checking.
car is there, it doesn't get moved. It's a diorama.
Ah,
You're trying to be a smarty pants. Here's a locomotive for you.
oh, there's my Thomas the Train. No wonder where that went.
There you go.
Very nice.
It's insulated.
Very nice.
But so I had this. When I did the layout, I took away the track feed in that area there. So
Yeah.
to compensate, I put this track in here. My hands riding along there, and I had to
Yeah.
make the curve a bit wider to get into the track better.
Nice.
So I'm gonna take this turnout out. I'm gonna cut this track.
Yeah.
And another dead end track, an abandoned track. And then I will take a number 6. This is number 5. And I will put that like that. And that'll feed into my staging track for a turbo.
Yeah, just where that diamond is, you could almost, if that was hooked up to anything, you could have
Yeah,
kept
I
it.
don't need more. I could, but it won't. Doesn't go anywhere. That's the only problem.
Ah,
It doesn't serve no purpose. It's just more work you don't need. And see, at an arm's reach, if you see that,
mhm.
I can't reach a switch beyond that. So if the turnout beyond there, I need to be able to control that turnout from here.
But can't you put a switch machine in?
Then I got yes, but don't forget this is removable. So you're talking wiring.
Oh yeah, just plug, get the speaker wires where you can plug in into the jacks.
And then it stays in all the time. Yes, that's possible. I had an idea of putting switch machines up further up the line
Right,
and running wire in the back and controlling the switch machines using my throttle.
right. Is that Sir Topham hat?
That's the only way that I can create it, but I'm not sure. Then I gotta plug in wiring all the time. I didn't want to get into that wiring involvement at the time
Right.
because I have to have a plug here to plug into. I have access for wiring, but I have to have a wiring harness to feed power to a switch machine and power it up here.
Yeah, but like I say, you can get the speaker jacks. You know what I mean? That you can plug in.
Oh yeah, that's a possibility. If I
Yeah, plug in, plug out.
if I'm gonna put a turnout in that spot where you can,
Yeah.
right there, you see that turnout there. This is number 5. If I put a number 6 there, then
Yeah,
I have
you need
to
number
wiring
6.
from there over to here somehow, and one of these buttons to control it.
Yeah, what's that? What's that hat thing there on the road?
Here,
No, to your right.
oh, that's my dial. That's for the locate dials.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe that
They're
was
not
Sir.
glued in, they kept popping out.
I thought it was Sir Topham hat's hat.
No, I'll show you. You watch now. See it? It goes right there. You see that one there?
Oh yeah.
Right now, we're in a moisture zone. I put my dehumidifier on today because the wood's starting to change already.
Nice. Cornwall. I got family there in Cornwall.
So that's my idea for the turbo, and I haven't sure if I want to put a switch machine and I figure out the wiring harness for that and how I can disconnect it here, then I'll do that.
Yeah.
Because the servo wire for the push button is 3 wire.
Yeah, and like I said, you could, because that's a lift out section.
Yeah.
You could run your bus through it, and then do you know the jacks I'm talking about? You want me to show you some?
I think so.
Okay, hang on. I kicked the camera. Let me grab one.
Okay, so I can see the screen from here.
Okay, my box of goodies. Wow, I got a floor to clean up tonight too.
Let me come to the computer.
See that?
Hang on, let me make you bigger. Show me again.
Speaker jacks. Or CD
Yeah.
jack.
But I need a 3-wire jack for the push button station.
Okay, just get more of them. Great, male, female ends. Yeah, there's the female.
Yeah, Bob, that's the only thing with the lift out. Now I'm gonna make that lift out smaller. I'm gonna cut it down so it's only the width of the 2 tracks.
Let me open this up.
And I'll put guardrails on the side of it. Yeah, we wish, Derek. But yeah, so I would make that lift out smaller and put guardrails on it so I don't have to worry about trains falling off.
Oop, I almost stabbed myself.
Oh, bucket hats. I got lots of bucket hats.
So yeah, here's the 2 jacks.
Yeah.
Female?
Yep.
No end, right?
Let me see that end.
Put your wire on.
That's a radio. That's an RC plug.
Yep. Same thing as we use at work for the 2 blocks and
RCA, yes.
then plate connected.
Yeah.
Contact.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I've seen that. So I would have to do something like that, and for the thing.
Yeah.
But there's also, we used to use that work. You can buy a multi plug too that's got about 12 terminals on it.
Yeah.
And they're made for the control panels we did at work.
Yeah, same concept.
That's an option too, and I can plug one plug in, and it has 2 bus lines, and it has wires for the switch for the turn-up motor. 200 billion, yeah. But that is pop. But that's my idea that I have for that area there. So I can go back to the original plan, but it won't be a Y. It's strictly 1 track in, 1 track out. So I don't have the problem of having a Y.
Yeah.
Because before, if you see the cork right now, the right-hand cork fed where that building is, where the little red caboose is, and that's where the Y was. Oh yeah, I like Colin first. I follow him. He's the craziest guy I know. And
Good, good, good.
so I eliminated that track completely. It'd be a single track in, single track out, with a possibility of putting a switch machine in and making it a double track in that. Because I got 12 feet of space that I could store 2 trains and leave in there.
Nice.
But I could, by getting some 3/4 inch plywood, I could make the ledge I built a little bit wider to give me a little bit more room there, and I'll build a box to protect the train and keep the dust off it, and put windows in it so you can see it. But that's my ideas for that space. I'm working at today doing because Bell came today and we switched over to Bell 5. So I haven't seen any issue with my internet today. My feed's been going well.
Yeah, so you got new internet today. You switched to Bell?
I only had it 6 hours.
Yeah, that's what I got. We used to be Coach Co, and then
Yeah.
same thing. We switched to Bell. High speed, lower price.
Eric, yes, I do have. Before I left work, I donated myself some copper strips. I have it down here somewhere.
Yeah, I've seen the copper strip trick before.
I thought of that too. I also saw like the PowerPoints from DC Concepts.
Yeah.
But I found that sometimes the tension on those is no always, but that's what's on Power My Liftgate. But they're more precise to locate, but that's an opportunity too. Is using the I couldn't find. I had another packet I put it aside somewhere, and I could not find them. But they're a PowerPoint. But I misplaced the pack I had. But I'll lift up. If you watch, I'm gonna lift up my lift gate, and I'll show you the ones I'm using now, Derek. Let me do this. Just hang on.
So I might use this retaining wall.
Bullets there, Mikey?
Yep.
So those bullets, they're made by DCC Concepts in the UK. They are powered.
Yeah, I got to get some of those.
Well, I emailed the guy for you, and he never got back to me. And I got to email him again. If I do this, they would work too. Because I have the drill bits for these.
Yeah, I need to get some of those for my lift down.
Yeah. So I have a pair there and a pair there. So the one pair is for the bus line. The other pair is for lighting.
Yes. And Chris, yeah, I did. I think the last live I ran a train through that, all the way down to the end of the switch to the entrance of the helix, and back. So and the track's all weathered. Some of the guys asked me what I use. That's a rattle can. Russ Brown. That's what I use to weather the track.
What do you use?
A rust brown, they call it. So
Yeah, I'm gonna use the airbrush.
Yeah, you can do that.
With a 0.5
all the way
millimeter.
down, all the way through it. I don't know if I'm gonna put some buildings and stuff here and put a bridge down over
Hey,
here.
Robin, I was just trying to get back here.
Robin Gagnon, how you doing? And Stu, model train review, how are you?
How about a battery mount under the lift gate for power and Bluetooth for operate the switch? That's getting complicated because I thought using the battery to power the lighting because Woodland Scenics, their lighting system has a battery module you can put underneath the lift gate too. Because I was concerned that the PowerPoints that I have now, I have 4, they interfere with the lift gate closing evenly because now I have.
I think I'll use this retaining wall.
Ron, I am using those on my lift gate now.
Because it's smaller. This is bigger brick.
See, I have that 3D printed.
Yeah, I don't know what these kits were.
But yeah, I'm using that already, Ronald. They're already there. Here, I'll show you.
Flexible stone wall. Doesn't say the price.
Now, can you see the hinges there, Mikey?
Yep.
So that's from the UK. That's the rail liners.
I got
3 here, and I got 3 here.
I gotta get some of those. Thanks, Stu. Yeah, I'm gonna put.
I sold to the guy at my layup store. I might have more, Mike. I gotta look for them though.
Where you see the bridge there? On the back side of that bridge, I think I'm gonna go with this brick, the smaller one.
Right.
Cut that and put it up against the wall along here down there.
Here, look at these things, Mike. I should turn the camera on. Oh, I had the wrong camera on it. You didn't see the alignments. I'm sorry, Ronald. I turned the camera around. But look at these, Mike.
Yeah.
That's 3D printed.
Well, the only problem with the 3D, it's like you can't bend it.
That's why I made these short.
James, are you doing plexiglass, protect the trains? Yeah, I think he did say that.
Yes, I have it in the garage.
Garage, how are you tonight?
See what I did?
All at Lugias? I missed anything?
I'll show you here. Nothing here. Hey, model train.
Print them on.
I bought plexiglass from the other layout. I still got in the garage. So, Mike, here's my curve for my retaining wall.
Yeah.
So he was able to print this exactly to a 28-inch radius.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you got or it's not or whatever.
So these things here are smaller. These guys here.
Yeah.
I put these around the curve, and it has no problem. And I put pieces in between. I'll show you. I'll put the camera up over again and show you that corner. But that's why these are short. And I use the construction adhesive, but the Gorilla construction adhesive, and it goes around the curve really well.
Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, but construction Gorilla Glue.
So what's the difference? It's never going to come apart.
Water soluble for one thing. Cleanup was great, and just works good.
You froze there for a minute. We could hear you, but you froze.
I moved away.
Your camera did. Right there again. Oh, yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know. The camera's taking pictures.
Maybe. But yeah, I had a tube of the Gorilla Glue here.
Yeah.
So I used it, and I liked it. It was water soluble, so it made it painting it easier.
Nice.
And that's what I did.
That's what he did.
But I get this other thing I did.
Go back to
So I printed these devices here. And I cut them to fit the height of the wall because this taper is go down from 2 inches down to a 1/2 inch. And I have this guy here, and I'll notch this to fit around the elevation to finish it off.
yeah. Was that the right comment there?
What's that?
Well, I think I got the right comment. He said go back to the one before that, so I did.
Okay.
Well, come on, computer. Come on,
I
computer.
see one up here. No, that's Bob.
Temperamental, this thing?
Well, it seems to be
Whoa.
this one here.
Yeah, I think that's the one. I posted it.
Yeah, right. Sure. But Phil did all these things. Now, and this here I have it. The company we used to use from Duke-Electric, they retired last year, but I have a new connection to buy more. And I'm gonna put it around the layout. Especially around the peninsula here where I have trains.
Test.
And I also can do fascia too, and I'm gonna do like Mike's doing too. I just haven't put it on yet.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I got to get another sheet of it. It only comes in, I think 5x4 sections.
5x5, but I got some 4x4s.
I just get it by a 5x5 section and cut it to the width I need. Well, you can see how I did it, right?
Yeah.
Let me move that back.
But when I bought that stuff for my last layout, it was $11 a sheet.
So you can see, I just trace it and then I take it to the bandsaw. And then I start cutting it.
Yeah.
Right? Where all your
Eric's on fire.
Cut it. You can't even see the joints unless you see my sand marks. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's
I
3 feet.
wasn't fussy about the joints too much because I put screws in the face anyhow.
Yeah,
I just fill them up with filler or whatever if I feel I need to hide the joint.
but there's a joint, but I filled it in. I gotta finish sanding it. Already sticker,
Derek, you just seen it now?
and then
Derek just woke up. I
But
have a bucket hat. And Annie's a bucket hat junior.
got it. And this is
I
10
got a
inches.
lot more bucket hats.
Oh, excuse me, 10 inches. Made this section 10 inches
Yeah.
all the way to there.
Oh, yeah, it's a great way of making fascia, I tell you.
Yeah, well, that stuff works good.
I'm going to do the same. Just haven't decided. I try to determine how I do wiring for one thing and decide on scenery because I don't have a lot of height on my layout on the outside. So I'm not going to
Way.
I'm going to put it a little bit high just to protect trains and to hide the plywood edge.
Winner scene easier to complete by not putting dye in the plastic.
Yeah.
Well, you probably could, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Use it because your plaster does dry white.
Mm-hmm.
But this stuff I put like in the last live I said I used Woodland Scenics earth colors, underground colors, mixed it into the plaster. Just so it wasn't all white, right?
Yeah.
And then I got to do the rock faces, but see when I put the plaster on, let me bring it back down. You could see, right? And I use a styrofoam cutter to kind of get the waves and
Hey,
stuff.
welcome. Just their average rail fender.
Hey, just the average rail fan. How's it going? And then, yeah, just kind of do your own rocks for the carvings in the rocks and
Yeah.
paint roots. Like I'll
Well,
sand.
I'm gonna experiment with that in the corner back there where the curve is. And I bought some foam, and I'm gonna cut and glue it. But I'm gonna make those corners removable so I can do the carving out in the garage a bit, and then put in place.
No.
Can't go too high because the way the corner is.
What'd that comment say? Oh yeah, the bar's gone. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're just jumping in and you haven't been here before, this is an expansion of my layout.
Yeah. Version
there's
2.0.
There goes through the wall
Yeah.
into my main training room. Over to here. Over to this corner. There's one of the engine shops in that corner. And then, yeah, the mess. That is the bench work for the Helix. And that's 6.5, 7 feet by 6 feet. So it's going to be fair.
I think you used the jigsaw to cut it out, didn't you?
What's that?
The curve, the rough, the irregular edges?
No. Oh, no, I used bandsaw and then.
Oh, okay, use a bandsaw.
Yeah, and I did use the jigsaw a few spots, but most of it's all bandsaw.
Well, the bandsaw would be a little easier to control if you had the bandsaw.
Yeah, at higher speed, right?
Oh, yeah. Then you
Smoothly
got
cut.
a table, you can feed it faster, too.
Yeah.
Jigsaw is going to bounce a lot with no support to the wood. When I cut on the table saw, I'm looking to get a zero clearance insert into my saw so I can cut that better.
Yeah, and I'm going to try your cereal box routine this week because I'm going to be down here a lot this week because A, I got to clean up a mess.
Yeah.
And B, I got to keep plugging away.
What, for cardboard?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's templates galore.
Yeah, so over there, right? I should have done that prior, but, learn as you go.
Well, yeah. And when I started looking, I had some Bristol board before, and I got to go to the dollar store. It's $1.50, and I started looking at, well, wait, we use Cheerio all the time, and I throw it in a recycle bin.
Yeah.
And I bought a paper cutter. It was made in Chicago, Illinois, for $25. Best thing I ever bought. And it just cuts through the cardboard and anything I want. I use it for templates for buildings and everything.
Yeah.
Even you're working on glue and gobbly stuff, put it on top of the track to put your stuff on.
Did you get that fixed? Oh, how do I delete that? Let me see if I can go back.
Back. I have autocorrect. Yeah.
Oh.
I just say I can't spell.
Yeah. Looks like you deleted it. Okay. But yeah. So what size is that board?
Well, the plywood is 5x5.
No, yeah, the sheets. How thick is that?
They're 30 seconds.
30 seconds. So easy enough to cut.
Oh, yeah.
On a jigsaw, on a bandsaw.
Yeah. I just find when I do a table saw, I create an outfeed table to support the wood kind of by myself.
Yeah.
And I push it through. And I put a finer tooth blade in and away you go.
Yeah, so I'll rip it like, I think this is 6 inches. Where's my tape?
Yeah.
I think that was the original thickness was 6. Yeah. 6 inches. Oops.
Yeah.
And then I just cut it, right? And then I trace it, whatever design I want, right?
Yeah.
We got the
and I'm going to put plexiglass in certain areas of the fascia that's elevated In certain areas, I'll put plywood where I'm going to mount controls. Because see, I don't know if you saw these things before.
So where I got the rock carved out?
I built these boxes years ago for the layout, for
Where I got the
control.
rocks carved out with the styrofoam cutter? I'll just follow the pencil along the line of the rocks and then get your curves for your wood.
You see these here, Mikey?
Yeah.
I built these.
Nice.
And I use them on the other layout for my control panels.
Good way to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, get back to the cereal box because I got squirrel on one side back there.
Yeah.
So, you know, you learn from your mistakes. So I can't slide a board behind that.
Right.
So what I'll do is I'll take your cereal box trick.
Yeah.
I make the backdrop board 18 inches high.
Yeah.
And I'll trace out that corner where the tunnel is and this upper section.
Yeah.
And just kind of keep cutting the cereal boxes to fit as a jig.
Yeah.
And like I'll rip the masonite, the 18 inches, but then I'll trace out to where I got to cut out with the jigsaw.
Yeah.
And I'll slide that up there. But before I do that, no, I should be all right.
But you're cutting those panels 18 inches or 16 inches?
Sorry, nice. Yeah, I think they're 18 or 16. 16.
Well, 16, if you use 16, you get 3 strips out of a 4x8 sheet of plywood. If you go 18, you're not getting 3 strips. So you waste material.
Yeah, 16. My apologies.
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
So yeah, 16. And then I could get that backdrop up, and then I'm going to try doing that painting technique that you showed on that video.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Definitely.
Right.
Maybe we'll do it live. I got to adjust the height because I don't have a higher backdrop. So I got to make mine about as less than a third.
Right.
But I'm going to try it. I haven't ordered on Amazon to get some brushes, and but
I got all kinds of brushes in the back room.
I don't have any mop brushes to do in this.
Yeah.
You need a
Michael's.
You need an art store to go get them. I mean, like my wife, my cousin is an artist, and he buys real high-end brushes.
Do you got Michael's near you?
Yeah, but the kind of brush there, I'm not sure that they can. I've looked on their website. I didn't see them. I need to go to the store.
Their website, pardon my French, that sucks.
I didn't want to say it. You did it for me.
I like it. That's why I'll go to the store and have a look around.
But the store that he mentions a store in the video.
Yeah.
I looked there and I have let me call the guy.
Thanks.
What's it say here? Oh, you took it off. I do like that ornament. I heard it's for sparking, but what is it? It is what you call a 3-in-1 kit from Walters. It's an old kit. The kit is made into modules that you can change everything. It's hard to see here because I got all masked up, but it's not the best kit I ever put together because every section on the wall fits in each other. The pilasters in the center are made to hold the panel together. So all these corners here are separate pieces.
Nice.
So you can't see there too well. Let me put the camera around here. I'll turn it around a bit.
That's gonna work out pretty good, I think. I got a lot of cleaning to do on it.
But
that's what the hobby
when you see that, I put the pencil to it. This part here, these are some panels, they're a separate piece. And these corners are separate pieces. And they got to fit together. So they're a bit of a pain.
Excuse me.
But yeah.
Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Oh, you go.
I ain't going.
Come on. There you go.
There it is. And the colors I used were cinnamon stick and burnt sienna. And the other two colors I'm going to add to it are terracotta and raw sienna. And I'm going to sponge those on top. And then I'll make a wash out of black.
No windows.
Well, I got it all masked off there, Derek.
That's abandoned building. Hey, it's
the
abandoned
behind
building.
it to keep. I try to protect the grooves on the back where the windows blew in. But I'll sponge that, and then I will do a wash with black, just to highlight, make it dingier, and then I'll splatter with other color, either black or some darker brown colors on top of all that.
Right.
And the roof I'll paint black. I just think I didn't think I'd do it in silver because it's a little bit bigger roof. But I have a bunch of AK rust paints.
Yeah.
And I would just dry brush the ridges on the roof.
Nice.
And I'll do the same for the windows. I'll dry brush the windows for rust streaks on them. I just experiment. That's all I do with this. And I use craft paint. I use the craft paint for bigger surface area. There's nothing inside. What I did, Bob, if you care to see here, I glued in some styrene strips along where the roof was set. Hard to see because all the masking tape.
Are you gonna have another floor?
What's that?
Is there gonna be other floors in there, or just?
No, it's just closed in.
Oh, okay.
It's a roof on there. I add some styrene here. I point the pencil to it right there.
Yep.
Just that the roof would rest better because there is flexibility in the kit. I put all the way around. I just bought some 16 by 8-inch styrene.
Yeah. Yeah, you're Frankenstein, eh?
Frankenstein. So that's what I did with that.
Yes.
And
WGHMFDMF. Yeah, James, heavy on the tape. Ain't shy with the tape. Use her up.
I got buy by the roll.
Get her by the roll. I use frogs. I use a lot of frogs tape. Right, so I don't want any plaster or anything on my tracks.
I'll use Tamiya paint, Tamiya tape on the outside.
I don't waste the Tamiya tape on that kind of stuff.
I do for detail painting. I do. No, I wouldn't use on the inside.
Yeah.
I use the Tamiya paint tape on the outside.
Well, sir.
Oh, sir.
Almost a 2-hour mark.
I see it's 4 seconds.
Well, it's 2 hours now. Yeah, I got a lot of cleaning up to do because look at this. Oof.
Well, look at that. A few speckles of sun.
Yeah, if I leave that like that and somebody comes down here tomorrow morning, I might be mud. Yeah, check out the meet and greet.
Okay, Floyd, we'll check it out later. I go upstairs, test out the new Wi-Fi, and I get to tell Kojak where to go.
Yeah, the old meet and greet, August
You
22nd,
make the fucking
23rd.
head out of a blue tape. I don't know, Andy. You're
You
the
probably could. You probably could.
that's your job. You're the junior bucket hat, so you do it.
He's probably got 6 rolls or 10 rolls of bucket or tape for making hats.
I ran out of Tamiya tape. I gotta buy some.
Let me switch my camera back.
I don't need it yet.
Boom. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight, and thanks for coming out.
No, it was good. We remember that little button called the like button.
Yep. Don't be shy. Hit that like. It's free.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Turn notifications on. That way you get notifications of the next video.
Yeah.
And stay tuned this week. We are coming up to the end of April, and I'm really bad. Hey, 208 Rail Fan, how's it going?
Hey, welcome.
I'll do a layout update. Huh?
You say you're bad?
Bad for doing layout updates. So.
Oh, me too. I haven't had it. I was
I
going
got
to
looking
do
at
a
mine
layout
right
update with my retaining wall, and then the mail got lost, so I never finished it. And then Easter kept me busy, so I hope to do a layout. See if I do an update on the weekend.
Yeah.
And you get to see the layout in our lives, so you get to see us included. So you got our layout update.
Yeah. Yeah, throw one out every once in a while because not everybody comes to the lives, which
Mr.
is
Robert
understandable.
Gagnon.
But hey, Robin. Yeah, I'll probably do one because I got a lot of work done in the last little while, and show you where I'm at and where I'm going.
But I'll definitely be doing a layout update soon. And when I start doing the lift out for the turbo, I've been waiting for the weather to get cutting wood.
Yeah.
And that's going to come up. But I definitely are going to look at wiring options for that, plug whatever to plug it in, and go from there.
It's turbo time. So yeah, great show.
And if John Train is in the chat, send that email me again, because I checked. I did not see an email from you, but I definitely interested in getting the other turbo working. I haven't, but we'll set it up. I'll make that turbo a smaller train. Get your wood out. We'll cut it. Yeah, thanks, Todd.
Get your wood out. So yeah, appreciate everybody coming by, and have a great night. Happy bottling, and looking forward to the next show.
Thanks, John. I will check when I get upstairs.
Take care, folks, and have a great night.
John, do you have my cell number?
James is still going.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. I don't care. Hang on.
All right. Got anything else you want to add, or?
That's pretty well it.
That's pretty much it. Okay. Have a good night. I gotta go upstairs.
Something here for John Train.
And lots to do. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you all then.
See you, Fred. Till the next one. Keep it on the tracks.